So something else that has come out of the pandemic, which has been a major plus in my life and my creative within my creative endeavors and pursuits, was acquiring management. So there's a creative management agency called TQC Management, the Quiet Council, and it's a collective of people who are managing me as just the entity of, just the artistic. I'm their product pretty much, and with my music, my poetry, my modeling, and then the podcast stuff, we have different divisions that are managing different aspects of my creative endeavors. So that is something that came out of the pandemic, and it's a very unique group of individuals that come from all walks of life, that have creative and business mindsets, that are here to support me and wish me well, truly just wish me well, and want to be a part of my success, because they know that if I'm successful, then they will be successful as well. And it took me a long time to get to this point where I could trust a group of individuals with my products, my things that I've created. I've gone through the rough, with many groups of people who didn't understand or see the vision. But these individuals do, and we have some big plans coming for the Who and How Club brand, and just me as a creative. So yeah. So throughout my podcasting endeavors, I took a break from my music, my first love, my passion, my true passion. The pandemic really forced me to just focus on podcasting, and my management team, they take care of booking guests for the show, and I have a lot of guest appearances on shows that are about to come out and stuff like that. So the podcast has really been the focus, so the music was on pause before the management team came on board. Now that the management team is on board, we're planning to release this series called Two Flags, which is an EP series, and each EP has 2 songs with different producers each project. The reason why we call it Two Flags is because each producer will be from different parts of the world. So for an example, the first EP will be with my producer Roca Beats, who is from the Netherlands. So the cover art and everything will represent those 2 flags, and really just 2, the number 2. They say bad things comes in 3s, so I'm gonna say good things come in 2s. And that's the vibe that we're going on. 2 individuals working on a project, 2 songs, 2 flags. And we're coming up with a marketing strategy right now as we speak on how we're going to promote the project and this series to gain a bigger following. And I like my team because they have like an old school mentality, but with new versions of those old school ideas that we're going to sort of mesh together when it comes to marketing the multiple projects, and just marketing me as a creative. So these projects will lead up into my first debut album called Marilyn's Son. And Marilyn is the name of my mother, and my biological mother. And throughout my entire life, anyone that knows me and knows my mother, they'll say that's Marilyn's son. So I felt like it was a good way to honor her and put her name in the title, and I want to show the world who Marilyn's Son really is. So these 2 flags will be a lead up to the Marilyn's Son album, which should be out after a couple of the 2 flag EPs. We're going to test the waters with those and then build it up. So I've had a lot of people reach out to me for poetry performances as well. I recently performed at an event, and I have another event coming up in either October or November. So with the pandemic, we're still in it, but we're in different phases. We're seeing things get back to some sort of norm, but it's a new norm. And it's something that we all have to be able to adapt to, especially us creatives who love to perform and love to be in the venues and love to be around people and connecting with other people. A lot of people are afraid to just connect still, and they get kind of worrisome when you approach them, like, I don't know you, so stay away, but we're going to try to break those barriers and not allow the pandemic to stop us from being in that creative mindset, because it hasn't yet. Thankfully I've still been able to work, but I don't want to take away from the people who lost their jobs throughout the pandemic, which was I could only imagine what people were going through during this time. So we're just trying our best to stay positive, stay busy, keep the mind busy, keep the heart busy and focused, and just create for the people. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I know that life is hard. Life can get challenging at times, and sometimes we don't know the answers or what tomorrow may bring. But believe me when I tell you, if you just believe in yourself and trust the process and just wait one more day, you'll see a change, a total shift in your life. Take some time to focus on yourself and just get to know yourself. Get to know yourself and figure out your do's and don'ts and your wants and needs in this life that you're living, because you are what's important. Your life, you, who you are as an individual. That's why you're here, to figure that out. So remember to believe in yourself. Remember to trust the process. Remember to keep positive people around you, positive energy, people who wish you well, and try new things. Think outside of the box. And other than that, you've been listening and watching Arys Dejan. Look up the podcast, The Who and How Club, on all streaming platforms. whohowclub.com is the website. And you can connect with me if there's anything that you heard today that resonates with you or anything you want to talk about. Feel free to reach out, and you can find all that contact information on the website. And thanks for having me.